Hello everybody, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. My name is Foxy Games, and isn't this a cool little shot? I thought it looked pretty cool with the light in the background and the shadows framing my glorious palette. Fuck you, owl thing. Ruined everything. Anyway, when we last left off, we had some shit to do. We have to find an island of suitable size to entice Bismarck so we could kill it and take the key to Aziz's Law. But it looks like we also have some side quests to do that may give us some ether currents, so we're gonna do that, of course. Netherling's coming is fortuitous as late season rains. Gunavanu and Gunavanu's family face desperate times. His brother verges on failing Zundu's rite of passage again. All Vanu and Okzundu must undergo rite of passage for respect of others in tribe, otherwise no better than nestling. Brother fails trial 7 times, must try for the 8th time soon. 8 times! No Vanu ever fails trial 8 times. If brother fails again, gales of laughter from others in tribe shame family until day, sun, and sky no longer burns. Gunavanu sees Netherling help others like wind which brings seeds to bloom, and Gunavanu would ask for her help as well. Rite of passage rules very strict, but Gunavanu has plan. Rules forbid aid from other members of tribe, but say nothing of Netherlings. Help my brother and quell impending storm of derision of our family faces. Brother's name is Gunuvanu, and he roosts... Gunavanu knows not where. Brother's temperament changes faster than breeze in autumn. Ask other Vanu and seek him out, or Gunuvanu stays nestling forever. Sounds like a you problem, dude. But fine, we'll help. Well, let's see who else needs help over here. Ganuvali. Netherling seeks out Gunuvanu. He is skilled at 2 things, finding shade for napping and running away when Chief gives work. Newborn hatchling works harder than him. You also have something for us though, right? Yes. Ganu Valley cannot escape unending thunderstorm of buzzing bugs and desires sleep more than rain during summer drought. Ganu Valley has idea to soothe bugs droning, but delirious from exhaustion. Netherling goes in Ganu Valley's stead. To east lies Gurglegrass, which devours bugs as Vanu hatchlings feast on Wamura Kampa meat. Netherling brings Ganu Valley 3, and storm and ears recedes to dull drizzle. I hate the way these guys talk. Gunuvanu never where he should be. While other Vanu work, Gunuvanu soars like Griffin in his dreams. Konuvanu not seen him since sunrise. Netherling finds Gunuvanu easily. Look under every tree and village. Gunuvanu follows shade as sunset follows sunrise. Say to Gunuvanu, wake up, and Netherling come to know true meaning of panic. Uh-huh. So he's lazy. Alphino? We can but ask. Oh yes, we're asking about the island. The Tremontane is upon us. The white feasts, and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. The creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating islands and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Indeed, where'd I get indeed from? Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tremontane can turn to the Ponente? What the fuck are these things? Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu's scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, Foxy, let us see how Cid's preparations are progressing. Well, they seem on board with it. That's good. Ah, here's our lazy boy. Gunavanu rests eyes, thinks of great offering to Elder Shaman. So much work, so sleepy. Shade not big enough for such great nestling. You can't be a nestling forever, dude. Let's see, we need to change it to say, and say, wake up, you lazy bird brain. Oh, do I have to target him? Ah, fuck it. Wake up. Ah! Gunavanu awake, yes he is. Gunavanu works hard. Netherling. No wings, fleshy beak. Not Vanu, certainly. Netherling should not sneak up on Vanu that slumbers. Claws cut sharper than fierce gale. What? Gunavanu's brother sent Netherling to help with the rite of passage? Gunavanu passes right and is no longer a nestling? Heavens shine on Gunavanu this day. Worry of failing 8 times weighs heavy on heart. But now with Netherling's help, Gunavanu casts off weight and soars higher than any in Uxundu imagines. Well, I got the ether current, so unless you're gonna offer me another one... No, you're not, are you? Nope, you're just gonna give me glamour prisms, which I can get plenty of. So you're on your fucking own, buddy. Yeah, if you think I was actually gonna waste any time helping that guy if he wasn't gonna give me an ether current, fuck you, piece of shit. Then you are sorely mistaken. I have no problem with side quests, it's just these side quests are incredibly boring. Some of them are, you know, they've got some funny quest text, but that's really about it. Everybody's here. My, that took hardly any time at all. The Ironworks engineers do not disappoint. Nah, they've always been at the top of their game. Are we really going to go sky fishing for a primal? What's the matter, Wedge? You sound scared. Our Ishgardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've changed to spare, every link forged by the manufactory's master craftsmen. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. Then all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who'll actually be doing the fighting. Foxy, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Oh yes, we're doing this. We'll depart for the island once you've assembled your party. Let Wedge know when you're ready. Indeed. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit. But I can't help being excited all the same. So tell me, Foxy, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Oh, yes we are. Off after you then, Foxy. All aboard! The Limitless Blue is now accessible. The second trial for the Heavensward expansion, which we will get right into. Alright, welcome to the Limitless Blue. We are starting. Okay, throughout this fight, Bismarck is going to body slam into the island and deal damage to it. We have to make sure that when he does this body slam, we activate the Magitech field generator to limit the damage he does to the island. Because if the island takes too much damage, we fail and we die. Okay, right now, activate the field generator. Very good, someone did. Once he dips below the horizon, that's when you know to activate it. Now, the dragon killers are ready. We've got one player on each of them. And it's time to go and damage Bismarck himself. We're gonna pull him close to the island. Then we're gonna jump on his back and attack his kite and carapace. Once he starts to shudder, we have to get the hell off of his back. And the chat is just absolutely amazing right now. Alright, we broke the carapace in one phase, which is great. Now, Bismarck's gonna fuck off for a little bit, and we have to pick up these ads. And watch out for tornadoes. Damage is going to be kind of high in this phase, so I wish this healer was standing somewhere else. This boss is not terribly difficult. It's actually quite interesting. It's very different from some of the other things we've done. Story-wise, it's kind of similar to Leviathan. Oh yeah, Bismarck is back and he's not happy. Also, I'm getting hit by this tornado and that's not good. We really need to kill these ads, though. Because once Bismarck comes back, he's going to destroy that Magitech field generator, and we are then on a time crunch. Looks like most of the damage is on this ad, which I'm not a fan of. We should be splitting it pretty evenly. Actually, maybe not. This person's name is actually Graha Tia. When did you get out of the Crystal Tower, Graha? Does he look like Graha? Wow, he kind of does, actually. He's running around like crazy. I can't really see. Well, there goes the field generator. More ads that need to die. Ah, shit, I hit the wrong button. Yes, every time he hits us, it's going to stagger. Let's bring them... Let's bring this guy over here so that they can be AoE'd down. Preferably without them AoEing the group. Music here is really cool, too. There we go. Once those dragon killers are ready, we're gonna reel them in. Here we go. Open fire. Wow, he actually does look like Graha. Alright, we have to kill this Corona. Looks like we're probably going to kill it on the first go. Yeah, this used to be harder, like most of the primal fights. Oh, he's shuddering. We better get off. The whole party was about to die. Somebody did die. Oh well, we get to go through one more phase. Oh, that was unlucky. Oh, that was unlucky. So, basically, if you're not reading the chat, Bismarck hit the island, and I got stuck in an AoE when it staggered me, and that pushed me off. That really sucks. But the dragon killers are ready, so as soon as we push those in... Oh, that guy just got fucked. But it won't take much more to kill Bismarck. Alright, now we should be finishing this up. I wish I hadn't gotten screwed by mechanics there. We actually had enough for a second limit break. That's crazy. Alright, so that didn't quite go as I'd expected, but hey, we still won. Oh, everybody's gone. You know what? I'm fine with that. And this is cool. I like this shot. Oh, that was the wrong button. With our cape billowing in the wind, the tattered flags on the side, the wind aspected ether, and of course the Enterprise tugging us along. Hey, I got 2 commendations despite getting memed. I'd call that an absolute win. And there is the key to Aziz's Law. Just kind of unceremoniously flops to the ground. Uh-huh. What's this now? You know who hasn't talked to us in a while? Midgard Sormer. You know, the one who locked our power to begin with.
Warrior light, beloved
Crystal Mama?
Eidolon, all made. Darkness, light to none. Hark. Receiver, blessing, small.
We can hear Eidolon again. Not very clearly, but we can hear her. Now let's take this key and get the hell out of here. Oh, look.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him.
Not La Habrea, not Elidibus, but Igiorm.
How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you have grown. Far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
She has what we seek?
That she does. The key to Aziz's Law and the secrets of Alag.
Ah. It does look like a tombstone. Also, ow.
I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
God, her mask is so cool looking.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare. By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
And through all of this, neither Sid nor Alphino realized that we were being attacked. Useless. So that didn't go so well. Also, this person's name is Canadian Duck. I'm just glad we're all still here to tell the tale. I didn't know Alphino had been studying Magitech technology. He was a godsend during the flight, the way he helped me tend to the engines. Huh. In retrospect, we should probably have seen that coming. Still, you fought well, Foxy. Better than that. In fact, chin up, eh? Forgive me, Foxy. Had I known what was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. Indeed. Well, we may have lost the key, but we haven't lost hope. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides. Indeed, but I've got a quick side quest to finish up. Oh, and apparently a cutscene to watch. Oh, it's just bringing us back here.
Wait, something is amiss.
Yeah, where are the guards?
Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once!
I mean, I can take them.
And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken.
Emperor Varys himself.
Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light. She who bested Van Baelsar.
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
And he's not wrong. Not entirely.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. 'Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Hello.
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance. We must withdraw.
Just as mentioned earlier, they've completed the work on another airship.
We shall meet again, Warrior of Light. On that you have my word.
On that note, where did Lucia get that Magitech armor?
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Wow, what an interesting turn of events. Ah, the armor? I had it sent here as a precautionary measure. Interesting. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varus Zos Galvus, in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the Centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither the time nor place for such idle speculation. Pray return to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, we will rejoin you at the airship. Yeah, I got some stuff to do as well. Stuff that I admittedly should have taken care of before, but it's whatever. Alright, we need some fucking gurgle grass, apparently. To keep the bugs away. Oh, it's Venus flytraps. Alright, I got your stupid grass. Sleepless nights make Ganu Valley's mind maelstrom of fog. Does Netherling bring plants Ganu Valley seeks? Yeah, I got 'em. Netherling brings rest at last. Ganu Valley's troubles become sustenance for gurgle grass, and Big Wheel of Nature turns without hindrance. Sure. Why not? Well, we're almost done with the Sea of Clouds, which is awesome. Be able to fly here. For now, though, we return to Sid. Thank the 12 you're alive, Foxy. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alphino. What in the seven hells happened out there? First the Archbishop turns up with an Asine in tow, and now the goddamn Emperor pays us a visit? What is this, a procession of notable bastards? Who's next, the Keeper of the Seventh Bloody Gate? No one so notable, Master Garland. I am happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sends his warmest regards, Foxy. There was much talk of westerly winds. I guess that's good. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense they have no more to fear from the Empire for the present, at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Zundu would have already been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Aziz's Law. Speaking of which, if you're all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? Let's go. Level up! Level 61. Well, what are we waiting for? And what will we find at the end of the road? That's a very good question. I've done it, Foxy! I've worked out which way they're headed. Whenever you're ready, we'll set course for Aziz's Law. She's all patched up, Foxy. Very good. What are we going to find in Aziz's Law? It's apparently an Allagan installation. Lest you wonder, Wedge was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted from the sky. Or by the key, rather. If Aziz's Law lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have led us on a may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see. Let's hope so.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances. My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Junius. Now, where have we heard that name before?
That explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Yes, remember the Tsundere? Not the Tsundere, the Yandere? The white armored lady from Castrum Meridianum?
Livia? Livia Sasjunius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Yes, the one who was very intent on keeping him for herself, who we unfortunately had to put down, because she wouldn't give up.
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emmerich. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emmerich, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emmerich. It is your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone! Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that Allegan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allegans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Well, seems like now nothing is going according to plan. I wonder, does she have a name? We're not calling it Maggie. God, just thinking about all the repairs we're gonna have to do is giving me a bleeding headache. What could be out there that would warrant the personal attention of the Emperor himself? Sid's piloting under pressure was a marvel to behold. I may never have the opportunity to do so again. Or may I never have the opportunity to do so again. I can't read, I'm sorry. We barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our skyfishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Indeed. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Azizlar. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander that we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Yes, let's go and have a chat with Sir Emmerich. Maybe he'll know what to do. Oh, look, everybody's here. Oh, Count Edmund, how are you? Welcome back, my friend, and pray forgive me my earlier display. I grieve for my son still, and shall continue to do so, but I have resolved to be strong. It is what he would have wished. Don't apologize for being a good father. Though we know little and less of Azzy's law, one thing is plain. The Archbishop and the Garleans cannot be allowed to avail themselves of its secrets. Indeed. I swear, wherever there's an Allegan ruin, there's trouble just waiting to happen. I suppose that's why they erected such damnably convoluted defenses around everything. If the Empire has an interest in Azzy's law, we have all the more reason to hurry. I would not see its secrets fall into the hands of either the Archbishop or the Emperor. What do you think, Emmerich?
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allegans, and we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Well, it's been a long string of disappointments since we faced Bismarck, but perhaps there's hope yet for some good news. This person's name is Tips Fedora. You know, it's a shame they don't even really look hipstery. Otherwise it'd be perfect. Yeet! Back in the Forgotten Night. She may not spend her days slaying primals, but Tataru is no less a scion than you or me. Full oft has her knack for acquiring information proven vital to our endeavors. That's very true. Welcome back, Foxy. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? Not exactly. So you finally arrived at AGCESSIBLE, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier. Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Foxy, we'll get to AGCESSIBLE yet. I'm glad you're so confident. Let's see what you got. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Terrapin to have the tunnels searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Minfilia, Thancred, and Y'shtola, was it not? Yes, sadly. Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I actually don't know. Pippin's message just said that there had been a discovery, and that we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He will wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Back to Ul'dah, then. Hopefully it's good news. Ah, there's Pippin and Urianger. Hast thou our return to us? Wherefore might our comrades not be the same? Never shall I concede them lost till I have seen proof of their passing. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Terrapin. You saved her grace and father both. 'Tis the least I can do to repay you. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned a discovery. Yes, of course. As per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen Crystal Braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alphino. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone is cause for hope. And then there is this. Y'shtola's wand. I had assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. "'Tis as I did surmise. Judging by the etheric imprint that lingereth yet upon this wand, it hath assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic." Namely? The very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the life stream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the life stream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation. That Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need for haste. All of which would suggest she managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharlayan forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift to the life stream, never to emerge. What? No! No, you can't mean... Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the life stream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the Sildee excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. A glimmer of hope. Let's go find Y'shtola. Hopefully. Ah, Ul'dah is beautiful from a distance. It wasn't too long ago that when we were last out here, we were fleeing Ul'dah, not returning to it. And here's the tunnel that we... Oh, fuck you, Fates. The tunnel that we fled from. Simply being here calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Indeed. If our friends weren't in the tunnel, that must mean they're somewhere else. Evidence of Y'shtola's passage will have been made faint by time, but mayhap some few scant traces yet remain to guide our steps. Let's hope. It bothers me that they couldn't animate that. Up there. The trail leadeth to the north and east, unto the bosom of the 12's wood. Are you certain? Aye, there is no mistake. Thither hath Y'shtola journeyed. And yet the Gridanians have reported no sightings. We must take this to mean she's still adrift. If it be so, I do fear for our friend. Contrary to its name, the lifestream is more akin to a raging torrent. Linger over long in the midst of this maelstrom, and the ether that formeth one's soul shall surely be scattered, ne'er to be reformed. We have no time to waste. Urianger, pray explore all possible options for reversing the effects of this forbidden magic. Foxy, Tataru, we three shall press on to Gridania and petition to the Elder Seer's aid. So, if Y'shtola is still alive, she's in trouble. We better get there quick. How many times have we been here? Hold on, Y'shtola, we're coming for you. It is said that the elementals perceive the lifestream. If, as we suspect, Y'shtola is still adrift in its midst, they may be able to find her. But if we are to appeal to them for assistance, we must needs do so through their chosen, the Pajal. It is imperative, therefore, that we speak with Kane Senna without delay. I have already requested an audience with the Elder Seer. She will receive us in the Lotus Stand presently. We need but speak with the conjurer yonder to be admitted. Yes, I know the deal. We've done this how many times before? The Elder Seer awaits. Please follow me. Be welcome, my friends, and speak freely. I gather your suit will admit no delay. It will not, my lady. Pray forgive the abrupt nature of our request, but it is a matter of life and death. I see. As you say, we must needs act swiftly if we are to free Y'shtola from the ungentle pull of the lifestream. And as you have surmised, we cannot do this unaided. However,
In requesting the Elemental's assistance to find Y'shtola, you must needs be aware of one difficulty. A difficulty born of the fundamental difference between man and Elemental.
That being?
In perceiving the world around him, man relies upon senses such as sight and sound. For the sake of convenience, he gives names to such things as are near or dear to him. Being formed of pure ether, however, such concepts are foreign to the Elementals. Instead, they perceive by observing the ebb and flow of the energies of life. So profound a division cannot be bridged with simple discourse. The Elementals' voices stir not the air, and thus reach not our ears, while our words are but wind to them. Though we seers can commune with them through feelings, naught that we can impart will serve to aid them in identifying Y'shtola. Nay, they must needs be presented with ether which is akin to hers. If you could but find a family member.
Oh! I know just the person! Y'shtola has a sister who came to live in Gridania. She told me about her once.
Oh, that is most fortunate indeed. Pray, seek this sister out then, and bring her to Evershade. There, we shall petition the Great One's aid in finding your lost companion.
I genuinely forgot that Y'shtola has a sister. Because it's really not touched on after this. I was not aware that Y'shtola had a family member here in Gridania. How very convenient. Forgive me, I have grown so accustomed to being laughed at by the Fates, I cannot help but mistrust them when they smile on us. We must, of course, seek the woman out at once. Indeed. If memory serves, Y'shtola's sister is named Ymitra. She's supposed to be a member of the Sons of St. Koinok. Anyway, she spends most of her time around Upkalu Falls, from what I recall. Let us look for her there. Ah, here she is, Ymitra. Well, she does look like Y'shtola. Yes, is there something you require? Lady Ymitra, it is an honor to meet you. My name is Alphino Leveilleur, and this is Tataru Taru. I guess I'm chopped liver. So you're my sister's comrades in the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. When I heard that your people were being pursued, I desperately sought to reach Y'shtola, but all mine efforts were to no avail. Now I know why. A forbidden spell of all things, that she should be so reckless. But what's done is done. I thank you for bringing word to me. Needless to say, I should be glad to help. Though we were born of different mothers, our veins course with the same father's blood. I hope that this will be enough for the Elementals. Come, let us make for Evershade at once. Indeed. Not everybody's family is so difficult, not like Flamine, who's like, hey, let's go make some perfume first, before I see my daughter who I haven't seen in years.
Let us begin. Raya O, Arun, if you would. Hearken to me, O great ones. Pray give yourselves to the life stream, a drifting soul to find.
Please, Y'shtola. Please come back to us.
There. Now! A room has been readied at the roost. Pray, bear her thither at once. All that remains is to pray, my friends.
I really like that cutscene because the complete lack of music and the quietness of it all, it drives home the real seriousness of it. They could have ruined it with some generic, you know, mystical kind of music or something, but I think that scene plays out really well. Let us pray Y'shtola awakens. Oh, Y'shtola. Just seeing her face again, oh, I've been so worried. It has been some time since we've seen our friend. Y'shtola is resting within an inn room. Though she's still unconscious, the signs are positive. The conjurers say she is in sound health and should awaken before long. Isn't that wonderful? Now while we wait for Y'shtola to wake up, I thought I'd take an opportunity to finish up my little surprise for her. It's something I've been working on for a while now, in the hope that she'd one day return to us. It wants for just a couple more items before it's ready. I've already placed orders for these items. Could I ask you to retrieve them for me? One is with the Leatherworkers Guild, and another is with the Conjurers Guild. Speak with Mistress Geva and Brother Asumiyan, and they ought to take care of you. A surprise, huh? Well, I suppose that'll be nice for Y'shtola once she wakes up. Besides, we could use a little positivity after all that's happened. What is it? I'm a busy woman, so be quick about it. If you wish to place an order, speak with Randall. Here to retrieve an order? From Mistress Tataru, you say? You come at a good time. I finished it but moments ago. It was no small coup working it to her specifications, but I did it nonetheless. Payment has already been settled. However, did that girl come by the chemical hide, or the chimerical hide by anyway? You need either balls of steel or a bottomless coin purse, and it seemed to me she had neither. Probably something one of the Scions brought back at some point. Hello, Asumiyan. It's been a while since we've spoken to you. You are come to Silglade Fane, the home of the Conjurers Guild. How may I assist you? Ah, yes, Mistress Tataru's order. As requested, it has been sanctified in the sight of the elementals. I know not what she intends for the staff, but it is a most singular artifact. Even one possessed of my experience would struggle to wield it. Y'shtola's good, though. She'll do just fine with it. We got the stuff. Ah, you're back. You have the items, I hope? Sure do. Ooh, it's precisely as requested. A perfect match for the other pieces. Truly, Geva is a master among masters. And the staff completes a surprise. Thank you so much, Foxy. I can't wait to see what Y'shtola thinks of the surprise. Lest you wonder, she's doing very well, and the Conjurers have left her in her sister's care. Let's go and pay them a visit, shall we? Let's.
Y'shtola! I'm so glad you're back!
Tataru. You are safe. Thank the 12. Something has changed about you, Alphino. Or mayhap the change is with me. I seem to sense the ether around me more keenly than before.
I am pleased to see you well again. Do you feel strong enough to talk?
Worry not. I am well enough.
Tell us then, what befell you after you fled the feast? We were told that there had been a tunnel collapse.
That was my doing. I brought the tunnel down that you and Minfidia might escape. At the last moment, I invoked a teleportation magic, in hopes of spiriting Thancred away at least. Needless to say, it did not go quite as planned, and I found myself adrift in the life stream. The others? Where are they? Did they not escape?
They remain unaccounted for. You were the only one we have been able to find. I am truly sorry. It was the Crystal Braves who pursued you that day. My hubris that led to our undoing.
No apologies are necessary, Alphino. You are not to blame for what occurred. Know that were our comrades here, they would commend you for keeping the light of hope alive.
Don't worry. The others are alive and well, I'm sure of it. We just need to find them.
Indeed, Tataru. Let us find our friends and rebuild the Scions.
Ha! There is the Alphino I remember. And I feel much the better for his return. 'Tis time I arose.
That reminds me. I have a change of clothes for you. I don't like to boast, but I made them myself. I learned how to weave while we're in Ishgard, you see.
Hey, she looks pretty good.
Tataru has apprised me of all that took place in the aftermath of the assassination plot. It would seem I have been away for some while.
Yes, much and more happened during your absence. At present, we seek to follow the Archbishop to Azisla.
And you want for some manner of etheric ram to pierce the floating isle's protective barrier?
We do. Might you be able to furnish us with one?
A means to prise open a hole in an Allagan barrier. And one large enough to admit an airship, no less. Nay, I lack the knowledge to devise such a weapon. But I know of one who could. A leading figure in the field of etheric research, and one of the finest scholars ever to grace Sharlayan. Matoya, my former master.
Cat Mom has returned to the fold, but something's different about her. If you recall, Y'shtola's eyes used to be green, and now they're a pale silver. And she did say she can perceive the ether around her more strongly, so she wasn't unaffected by the way the livestream treated her. Y'shtola looks absolutely smashing in her new outfit, don't you think? She does. Matoya? The name rings strangely familiar. Let's learn more of this Matoya. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya. In the field of etheric research, she was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the Exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of an abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alice and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it is to be a homecoming then. As fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, as it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. Very good, we have a heading. As long as we can keep ourselves focused, we'll do fine. That is one flamboyant outfit. It's green as fuck, but it's pretty, I like it. Here we are, back in Ishgard. We managed to find Y'shtola. Given time, I'm sure we'll be reunited with the others as well. I have no doubt. So this is the Holy See. I should like to linger a while and take in the sights, but it must wait till after our mission. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west and traverse the breadth of Dravanian forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party shall be comprised of Foxy, Y'shtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. Well, it's been a while since we've been in Dravania. Be a nice change of scenery. Look at us three. This is actually kind of a cool scene. The Scions slowly being reunited and setting out onto the unknown. Though it's really more of the known. We've been here before, and we're going to a place Alphino knows, and Y'shtola. When last we set foot here, Istini and Ysel were with us. Though it was not all that long ago, I find myself strangely taken by nostalgia. That's true. I hope Ysel's doing alright. A long soak in the life stream followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Good. Oh, new weapon. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let us continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. Well, it is true that Nidhogg's brood is no less aggressive than they were. Oh, gotta go this way. But we have lessened the dragon's presence. We should be okay. Ah, look at all those fart chambers. That joke's never gonna get old.
To the Thaliac River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams. Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
Matoya dwells on the far side of the Thaliac River. Let us search for a crossing. Here we are. The Dravanian hinterlands. We're going to be spending a good amount of time here. Not just for the main story, but for some extra content as well. Some of the best content in the game, actually. In my humble opinion. At least it might not always play out as like the best mechanically, but story-wise and just rule of cool-wise, it's definitely up there. I'm being purposefully vague because it's just awesome. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, there it is. And everything out here wants to kill you, which is not ideal. As you can see, this place is fucking huge. The sooner we're able to fly here, the better. By the way, there are goblins here. Lots of them. And they're apparently really bad shots. Now there's an aetherite in here, but we can't use it. Let's see, northeast. There it is. So, let's take out these goblins that are attacking us. That way we can have a little breathing room here. Oh yeah, they also have Magitech armor. It's called a Magitech Van Gob instead of a Magitech Vanguard. Probably design stolen from the Empire. Oh, yeah. No, I'm okay. Yes, the sooner we gather these up, the better. Well, here's our crossing. We're not going to worry about these goblins here. Even though these goblins seem friendly. But, oh well. Sucks to be them. Ah, Alpha and Y'shtola are here. The bridge ahead is collapsed. I'm afraid we shan't be crossing there, but worry not, I know another way. See you the towering structure to the north? We should be able to cross there. Very good. But 15 years abandoned, and already Sharlayan has fallen into such disarray. Verily, a city is no more than its inhabitants. That's true. Well, let's head north. That's one big tower. Let's see where it leads. Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls up to us to seek enlightenment. During the 6th Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the seas to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted amongst Eorzea's great city-states. Alas, those glory days are now but a fading memory. With her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan has new keepers, is on cusp of new age of glory. Goblins, here to plunder the city. Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here are no Uplanders are trespassers. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like the civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If that is truth, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. Ever the diplomat. Well, look at this place. The nation-state of Sharlayan. At least what's left of it. Gotta say, the goblins have kept it in pretty decent repair. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and grab that aetherite. And what is this place called now? Idleshire. From the goblins' perspective, such a well-appointed city is certainly an attractive proposition. I suppose it's only to be expected that others would come and occupy Sharlayan. Nonetheless, it feels akin to having strangers take over your home in your absence. A bit, but you guys did leave. Here is Heart of Settlement. Name of Idleshire. What have we got here? Guests? Greetings to you. I am Alphino Leviur, and may I introduce my companions, Foxy Games and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapsed, you went looking for a detour, and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew. Is that right? That is the short of it, aye. This place, Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice it to say, I am surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying about, 'twas only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his gobby friends were already settled. At first, gobbies and hunters disliked each other, but understanding came, then friendship. Now gobbies and hunters have joined hands to build a great new nation. So that is what happened after we Sharlayans departed. Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope. All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them. Felt like a waste, you know? We've been trying to put the place to rights, and things have been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Slowfix has the bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. While I am not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination, let us assist Slowfix and his people. Well, it has been a while since we've had any dealings with goblins. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to help out a little. Let's take a look at that new weapon, though. Let's see how it looks. Now that's fancy. There we go. That's very fancy. Looks pretty cool. Alright. So, let's go ahead and see how we can help out the goblins. Of course, that's what I would say if we weren't ready to end the episode. Sorry about that, guys, but we have been going on for a while. So, we have Y'shtola back. We have a heading. We have to go find Master Matoya, and we will do so once the next episode rolls around. So until then, my name is Foxy Games, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye!